What are we doing this evening?
I have no idea, but I know that we've been sent another game.
Very well. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is young William joining us this evening?
He shall be. Yeah, he's going to send us cue cards when he's ready.
Cue cards.
Hello. And welcome to another edition of Die Rollin. And today we're going to be reviewing
Rone. Hi. Sorry, you caught us unawares. Welcome to Die Rollin. I am Adam.
And I am Jamie.
And around here somewhere is young William. Tonight we are going to be reviewing the game Rone. So this game is a post apocalyptic card game. Where we're going to be trying to fight with the other remnants of civilization. We're going to be fighting robots, we're going to be fighting monsters, mutants, just general kind of post-apocalyptic, nightmarish things like that. And we're going to be against each other the whole way.
Yes. It is a game aged for 14 plus. It is around, well, it is for 2 to 4 players, and it plays at around 35 to 45 minutes. So, reasonably quite a decent game.
Quite quick to play. You get a deck of like 24 cards, and you're basically using those cards. You don't have anything else. So
we at Die Rollin, we naturally have quite affinity to games similar to that because we like a short game.
We do indeed.
Yeah, and so I'm really excited and really looking forward to getting it to the table.
I'll be interested to see what you think, mainly because it's kind of known that you're not a big card game fan.
No.
So it'll be interesting to see how well this does for you. Someone who's not actually that into card games. Whereas young William, wherever he is, he's really into card games and deck builders. This isn't a deck builder, but it is a card game.
Yeah,
whereas me, I'm kind of on the fence. I enjoy a good card game. I enjoy a non-card game. I enjoy games.
Yeah, I naturally shy away from card games. If I go into a board game shop, I'll go, nah, I'm not playing that.
Pick a game, we'll go, oh, that's great. Oh, wait, it's a card game. I'll put it down.
Before we get into it, it's really worth you noting that we've been sent this game by the publisher to review, so thank you very much straight off the bat. And we will give you our thoughts at the end. But with all the games that we're sent to review, we're not going to score it. We're just going to tell you how we thought it played, what we enjoyed about it, and more importantly, whether we buy it.
Exactly. So let's get this game to the table. Welcome back from nowhere because you've not left, hopefully, or maybe you went and got yourself a drink of something. We have just finished a game of Rone. Jamie isn't a big fan of card games.
Yeah, so I feel like I always, when we do review card games, that it's difficult for me to perhaps review them in the same light that I would review a board game. So I'm gonna review it from with my total dislike of card games, generally.
Okay.
And there were some real positives to this game. It was enjoyable in parts. I am not a card person. And I always know that I come across on these things as being a bit of a douche, but I didn't mind the game. It was simple. It was easy to understand. You were gathering cards, and it kind of made sense to me, but I just don't find card games immersive. but I understood the mechanics of the game that we're playing. So, the artwork looked great. It felt like a nice, well thought out game. But I'm really struggling to review it because it's not my genre of game, and I don't want to say like anything that's unfair about the game, because it looked and felt like a really fun game, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But that's because I don't like card games.
And from the offset, we said, it's not. So I think it's a good kind of viewpoint from Jamie, because obviously if you are having a board game group and you have someone in your group who's not a big fan of card games, Jamie's a good kind of litmus test to whether this is something that maybe you could bring to your kind of table and stuff. From my perspective, I played a ton of card games, as has Will, and this kind of felt a bit like Magic the Gathering to me, but not as complicated, I'd say. It was quite easy to pick up and play. The rulebook itself wasn't the most straightforward rulebook, but we were able to cobble it together and get through from A to B. The 3-player version we played was interesting. I liked how you don't have like a bunch of tokens. There's some tokens in the game, but there's not a bunch of tokens for your health and stuff like that. You've basically got 28 cards, or 24 in the 2 and 4 player game. You have this whole kind of strategy whether you want to play cards or you want to save them, because every time you play a card, those 28 cards is your life force. Every time you draw more cards, you're actually dwindling your resources down. One thing we didn't do with this game as well is you can play this with some advanced elements like some technology cards, which kind of change the game up a bit. And we also, once you play this game a few times, you can basically just create a deck of 28 cards, or 24 if you're playing 2 to 4 player game. So you can have a lot more strategy in this game. So if you're more about a DPS, or you're more about kind of defense or sapping other people's resources, then you can build yourself a deck which will do that. So I think there's a lot of options with this game, and it's, the size of it's pretty good. It's quite small. You could fit that at work if you wanted to. You could play it at work as well. It's 35 to 45 minutes long, and I thought the time match was pretty spot on. It was.
Yeah, I thought so. I think one of the big things for me is one of the enjoyable things about playing board games or playing card games is being able to spend time with friends and family doing it. And while I'm not a massive advocate of the card games, you and Will could see that you were enjoying and really immersed and enjoying it. And for me, that was a real positive, because you can tell the quality of a game by when people really get into it. Like, Will was lost in the fantasy of it, and that's great, because that's what these games are about. And we've played card games with Will, and he's highly critical of them. And actually, he was really pro it. Had a few things to say about jumping around in the rule book, but I've seen board games with worse. Fantasy Flight do this all the time. So
let me tell you, I played Magic the Gathering a long time ago, and I recall back in the day there was a card on there that said trample on it, and there was nowhere in the little instruction booklets you got that told you what trample was. So my brother and I had to actually phone call the people to actually go, what the hell does this do? Found out what it does now, but still it was frustrating at the time. Whereas this rule book, you didn't have to call the guy up to find out what was going on, but it was a bit over the place.
The real positive for me is the artwork did look fantastic. It was easy to use, it was easy to understand. I could probably teach my 8-year-old Elliot, who's been on this channel before. I could probably teach him this in a simpler way, and he enjoys it because he enjoys card games, and this is a card game that he probably would enjoy. So while it isn't my genre and it isn't necessarily for me, it was an enjoyable game. I have sat in card games before and gone, when is this going to end? I did enjoy it. I saw the strategy in it. I felt it was a really well-rounded game. Not for me, but I enjoyed it. And I think coming from me, that's quite a positive review.
I mean, if you've seen some of other reviews which are deck builders, but this isn't a deck builder, but card games, you can see Jamie is not especially that happy with it. I think overall, from my perspective anyway, It's a really, really cool little game. You mentioned the artwork on here. I really did could see. I felt like I was leading a warband of like kind of robots and monsters and mutants and stuff to fight to destroy Will, basically, which is just my ideal dream. And you know, it was good fun. So,
and I think you and Will both said when we finished it, because we always like to have a review. Both of you said it was quite thematic. Yeah. I think that's a key point. It's quite a thematic game.
Whereas you didn't really you didn't.
I don't get it with
that.
I don't get it with card games. I can get it with board games. I think it's just me. I think I like see the cards and I just don't have that mental fantasy jump into something.
Yeah.
You know, I like to move things around.
You like to move it.
Yeah, I like to move it.
Okay. So that's our thoughts really on it. So would I buy this? Yeah, I'd buy this. I think it's a really good card game. I don't actually have a card game that is like this. I also like the fact that, you know, you could get a game like Magic the Gathering and stuff, but you're going to be spending, you know, X amount of money on getting all the decent cards, and there's a certain randomization to that. This one, you've got a ton of cards in the actual game itself. There's a lot of customization options in here, and thematically it was really fun. So for me, I definitely buy this.
And I think if I personally would I buy it, no. Because it's not the sort of thing that I would go out on. But
would you buy it as a gift for somebody?
Well, this is exactly what I say. If I was to buy, I have friends who are into games or card games, especially. I think I would buy this. This is we like Storm Seed. We've had a look at that. We played that, reviewed that. Sea Storm, whatever. You know, it's not one I thought, oh, do you know what? My friend Stuart would probably really like that. But this, actually, I think my friend Stuart and Liz, friends of the channel, they would probably really enjoy that, and I would probably go and buy that as a gift for them. So yeah, I can see it being a fantastic card game. Is it for me? No. Would I buy it? No. Would I gift it to somebody and go out and buy it?
And you wouldn't mind, you know, you gift it to somebody, you go around the house, it comes out, you'd be like, okay, I'd rather play a board game, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. At least I can say, well, if we're going to play any card game, we can
use it. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so and Will, what were your general? Was it a buy from you, a pass, or a avoid?
It's a pick up. I'll say pick it up if you're interested.
That wasn't one of the options, Will.
I've got my own option. I've given my own option.
Wow, there we go. It's like he's gained sentience. Awesome. Okay, so that was Rone, 2nd edition, and yeah, we will leave it there, I guess.
I think so, because we're not, you know, it's a first impressions video, so it's definitely our first impression. So anyway, this is us. We are Die Rollin, and make sure you catch us on all our social media channels, including
Instagram,
Facebook,
YouTube.
And if you want those notifications, please make sure you click like and subscribe on our social media channels. And if you are on YouTube, make sure you ding that bell to keep up to the minute with all our latest content.